Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys. Beautiful, beautiful viewers. For those of you guys new to my channel, welcome. And for those of you guys returning, welcome, welcome. You guys are all very safe and welcome in this space with me here today. And we're doing a pick a card with the energy of the full moon tomorrow. Although this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this video, the message was meant to find you. But if you are watching at the time of the posting, this is coming in with the full moon tomorrow, which is the full moon sitting in Virgo. All right, so we have three options to choose from. We got our three cards. I will be revealing these cards and we'll be pulling a charm for each of these. If at any point you're pulled to any one of these cards, the timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It'll take you directly to your pick, 1, 2, 3, and let us take a look at your options. So for option number 1, we have number 17 with consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up, so that we can include them in our reality. Beautiful. Option number 2, we have empowerment with 26. It says the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we all are connected through the same source. All right, interesting. And then for option number 3, we have miracle. Oh my goodness, 33. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves and as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Very interesting, because I just posted a video in regards to the energy shift that's been kind of ramping up here in the last little while. And this is a mixture of everything that's coming in with that energy, you know, a higher level of consciousness, awareness, feeling very empowered. And I mean, certainly miracles happen when we're able to see from a different lens that there is grace and unconditional love of God. Then miracles are happening all the time. Everything becomes a miracle. All right, so beautiful energy I'm feeling here with this full moon. If multiple piles are calling to you, that's absolutely fine. Just means there might be multiple messages, aspects that Spirit's wanting to communicate. As usual, I ask that you use your own intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear throughout the reading, to confirm and validate whether this is your message or not. Okay, don't feel obligated to make it fit or listen to the message if it does not resonate. Then that means it is not for you. And if there's no message here for you, that's absolutely fine. Maybe we'll find another reading that suits your energy. All right, so for option 1, let's pick a charm. Option 1, we have the butterfly. Spirit is so funny. I just finished posting about the butterfly metaphor in that video, which is beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let me show you again. Sorry, because sometimes I don't know where the camera is sitting to show you. Okay, so the butterfly. Option number 2, we have a stethoscope. So that's what the doctor uses to listen to your heartbeat. Okay, stethoscope. And for option number 3, we have 2 apple hearts. One is full and the other one is hollow. 2 hearts shaped like apples. Okay, so beautiful energy. I am going to move this and I will let the video run for a bit so that you can take your time, silence the mind, and use your intuition to call you into whichever one feels right for you. And I will see you at your pick. Hello, my most beautiful pile number 1. You guys picked number 17, consciousness, and the butterfly charm. You guys might certainly be resonating with the video I posted today earlier in regards to the energy shift, because I'm feeling a lot of that same energy here sitting with this. And to know whether this is your pile or not, we'll have to lay out the oracles and the tarot, which I'll do shortly. But as we know, butterflies talk about a transformation, and the transformation is one that sets us free from a previous sort of phase of life that we can't return to, that happens kind of organically, you know, and we could have been challenged in the state of the butterfly, or the caterpillar. But specifically, once the form of the caterpillar is transformed to the butterfly, that means this butterfly had to go through a period of chrysalis, which is being in the cocoon stage, which is not pleasant. So you could resonate with coming out of, or feeling like you're in, because I don't know where you're sitting in the timeline so much, but feeling very confined, restricted, maybe going through, you know, an ego death or a dark night of the soul, or some huge sort of transformation in your life, and coming into some sort of greater understanding of awareness, specifically when it comes to yourself, maybe how you live your life, or how you've been living your life, or who you've been allowing in your life, what you've been doing day in, day out. You've been a lot more present. So that's kind of what's coming through. If that sounds like something that's resonating, then let's get into your message. So I'll pull from the oracles and we'll pull them together. I'll ask Spirit here for a clear and concise message. For beautiful pile 1, we're looking at the energy coming in with this full moon tomorrow. What energy is coming in for pile 1 with this full moon? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Spirit, thank you so much. I'm so blessed, and thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm truly grateful, so blessed. Spirit, please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. I am feeling this one. We have Octopus Stinkhorn with Reveal 29. I'm feeling this one as well. Interesting, we have Reveal. And we have 31 with Verdigris Agaric Impress. Okay. Let's pull some of these. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. What is this energy coming with this full moon? Thank you so much. We have the Salamander. Okay. We'll pull one of these oracles and then one from another deck, and then we'll get into the tarot. So Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Okay, we'll take the one that revealed itself. Number 4 with Great and Full. Look at that beautiful Ace of Cups energy coming from this card. 4 is all about stability. 4 is home, roots. It is about foundations. Okay, it's also about, the 4th house is all about, our emotions. So interesting. Okay, let's pull one of these. Spirit, clear and concise message for pile 1 in regards to the full moon energy. Full moon in Virgo. What is coming with this energy for pile 1 that they need to be made aware of? All right, we have 2 that fell out. We have home. Yes, getting that from this number 4. And then we have intuition. Okay. Let us pull the tarot. Spirit, clear and concise message for pile 1. What energy is coming in with this full moon? Please and thank you so much. We are so blessed. This one here, okay. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Nine, oh, this is Hermit. Okay, Major Arcana, the Hermit. I'm being called to read them all in the upright because we'll just be reading energy here. The Seven of Wands. Okay. I do feel three more, Spirit. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of one. We have the Source of Earth. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Hierophant. Okay, one more. Two more. Thank you, Spirits. We have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. Interesting. It's kind of giving me Hangman, and it's also giving me Wheel of Fortune energy. Okay, and then we have the Moon. I just want to make certain, I mean, I'm going to read energy like I said, but if this is the Ten of Wands, that I'm not missing the Wand energy. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Okay, and that's okay. We're feeling Wheel of Fortune here and Hangman. Okay, and the Moon. So a lot of what I was pulling through here is coming through here, but I am going to sit with this energy. I will sort of mention the signs coming through. We have Virgo, and we have Taurus, Capricorn, and more Virgo coming through. We have more Taurus. I am feeling Pisces, and I am feeling Cancer. Tiny bit of Sagittarius, but predominantly Taurus and Virgo coming through here in Pisces. Okay, so let me sit with this energy for a little bit, and then we will get into your reading. This is a beautiful, beautiful message here. It's talking about how maybe prior to this full moon, okay, now I don't know, you guys are all on your own timeline, but prior to this full moon, I think there was one sort of persona or lifestyle or understanding you had of yourself that might have been at odds or in conflict with your authentic self. And so I feel like your authentic self is coming out here very strongly, like someone who is really understanding their self-worth, really coming into self-love, really being in tune with their intuition, really going inwards and taking a look at any sort of reservations that they might have had in the past that didn't allow them to be their greatest self. So I feel like you're looking at anything that might have in the past held you back as something that is no longer kind of getting in your way. Like you're really standing in your confidence here in being able to go after what you want and stand in your true authenticity, not being maybe ashamed or dimming your light or playing it down in any way. I feel like maybe you have either hit a breaking point here in a situation that just made you say, I can't do it no more. I can't not just speak my mind and live in my truth. And you might have outgrown a certain situation here that you might have had to come to terms with. So it definitely could be like a home situation, okay, a family situation, or just a heavy commitment you carried around here that I think you outgrew. And I think maybe you knew for a while that this place was maybe once your home or once supported you at some point in time, but it could no longer support your big energy. Like you just outgrew where this place is, and it's come to your awareness that it's okay to be yourself and to fight for what you believe here. And I think you are comfortable in your own sort of ability to go in a direction that will free you from any sort of burden So I do feel like this is a huge turn, okay? Because I was feeling Wheel of Fortune from this, which is the universe kind of working and conspiring with us to allow us to move forward, maybe from stuck situations. And with the Hangman, it's like gaining a complete different perspective. And I feel like the perspective is all about how we used to perceive ourselves, you know, or how we used to perceive a situation and how it would make us feel inside, and being honest with what that means for us, like really sitting with the facts of a situation and being able to come to some sort of greater understanding and truth. Because I feel like you're really wanting to align your values, and you really want to align your day in, day out sort of activities and who you hang out with, or what your environment is that's going to align with what you fully support and what you want to see reflected on the outside. So I do see so much love kind of coming from you, and maybe it's because you've broken free from any limitation or self-speak that had you feeling restricted. Like, I just feel like this energy of awareness is liberating you. So I don't know if you fully make that move away, or if you have already transitioned from that whatever limiting job or family situation or structure, or if you've stepped into a new role within that existing structure that now doesn't sort of put you in some sort of confined energy. Like you're coming out of that in this new energy role that you're playing. I do feel for a lot of you guys, it is outside of the same sort of environment. So I don't think it's the same. You know, if it was a workplace that felt stifling or didn't feel, if it felt inauthentic to you and your values or what you slowly started to become aware of, I think you're recognizing that you can release it or detach from it and go towards what you intuitively know reflects you better. So I think your intuition is on point, very much on point. Like, it's on fire, pile number one. And I think you're on a roll of aligning your intuition with an inner knowing and experience, and your authenticity of what you value and what you believe as some greater truth here. And it gives you the strength to be able to guide you as kind of your North Star, where you're wanting to go. So you might have come out to the people around you, or spoke out loud for the first time about what this is, or acknowledge to yourself that this is something. But I feel like there is a reveal of what this looks like, regardless if it's going to, you know, ruffle feathers or not be fully understood, which I think is a big, big step for you. So I am being called to read the salamander. Yeah, let's see the salamander. Okay, so because this is, there it is, but where is that in here? It's kind of after the swallow. Well, it's not alphabetical, so looking for the salamander. Alligator, crow. This book loves being read on this channel. I don't understand. It just wants me to keep reading it. And maybe one day I'll remember it verbatim, because I use these cards often. Why can we not find it? It's like we're trying to find your authentic self that was hiding deep within your subconscious, that you've had to find. And maybe it took you a while, you know, because I mean, to transform into this butterfly, I think this is a huge, huge step for you that might have taken quite some time here with this Ten of Wands. Like, that's a very long period of time here, and you are hanging on to the uncomfort for quite some time. Okay, so meaning the alchemical process, harnessing your internal flame. Oh my goodness, beautiful. In alchemical thought, the salamander is strongly linked to the element of fire and plays a catalytic role in the process of alchemy. The poisonous bodies of salamanders are sacrificed to complete the philosopher's stone, which is the great work of such a practice, symbolizing the perfection of enlightenment. The arrival of this amphibious friend means that your internal flame is now required for your own alchemical transformation. Sometimes it is important to reflect on what ignites our internal flame, what inspires you, excites you, makes you become alive. Often feelings of fear, excitement, and anticipation go hand in hand. More closer to this combination of emotions. Move closer to this combination of emotions now. In this chapter of your life, it is necessary to push the envelope and challenge yourself by stepping outside the bubble of comfort. You already know what exists there. Try something new instead. I feel this is what you're doing. Okay, and if you haven't done it yet, you're doing this. This is the energy that this full moon is bringing in for you, and you're fully aware of this transformation, the transformation you're needing to encompass here in order for you to break out of any limitation, any mold, any comfort zone, any area in some established place like a home, a work, a group of people, or whatever the structure or the lifestyle that was just cramping your style. Okay, and I feel like you're absolutely loved, like absolutely loved in this new energy by yourself and by those around you. Like, it's like, I don't know, I'm seeing, when you put is it Mentos and you put it in the soda and it like bursts. I'm kind of seeing like there was one thing that had to alchemize here, or one thing that maybe came to your awareness from the subconscious here, that took quite some time that you might have had to sit with. And this, to me, again, like I said, is like the epiphany. Okay, so many downloads. So I'm seeing the bat, and the bat as horrible eyesight, and it took forever for me to find that passage in that book. So I feel like this has been something you've been sitting on for quite some time, or just you couldn't see it. Maybe you couldn't put your finger on it. You didn't really understand. And so I feel like you had an epiphany here with the hangman, which is seeing something finally, and it took some time here with the 10 of Wands, because I feel it was such a heaviness that you were carrying, and it took a lot of introspection and being honest with taking a look at things that might have appeared different to you, or you might have wanted to see them in a different way, and maybe you have to sit on that for some time. But I feel like embracing the truth is allowing you to, whatever that truth is, that Mentos, that piece that falls into the soda that allows you to just burst into this beautiful energy, and I feel like your confidence is back, which allows you to be unshakable, like unmovable here, standing on your own sort of position, unable to be knocked over by anyone else or anything else. Like, you're rising above the opinions of others or the ideas others had of what you had to be or who you had to be, or even the ones you sort of created for yourself in your mind of who you had to be and what you had to do. So this is beautiful energy, pile one. And yeah, this is what I see. If you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. If not, have a beautiful full moon. Please keep in mind this energy, like I said, isn't exact science. I'm not a time lord, but you can give or take, I'd say, a lunar cycle. So if you're watching outside of the window of posting, then take the next full moon and, add a month, give or take. And that's kind of what we're seeing. All right, so I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my most beautiful pile number 2. You guys picked card 26 with empowerment, or number 9, and the stethoscope. Okay, the doctor's stethoscope, which is used to listen to your heartbeat. And it says here, the frequency of embodiment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in a deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. So if you guys have not listened to my video I posted today, like I was mentioning in the intro, this is giving me same type of energy. So if you resonate with this first part here, then we will get into your reading. But what's coming in with this full moon of Virgo is a real sense of where you fit in, empowerment, having the strength and reserves within you to actually accomplish or do what it is that maybe you've been putting off, or feeling like, I don't know, like maybe your fire was put out, or like there was maybe a sluggish energy, or I don't know, like something's ignited you, like you're just ignited here, and maybe it's made your heart beat a little faster. It's woke you up in some way. So I don't know, maybe you were asleep, and I just heard Spirit say some of you guys might have been like almost dead, not like literally, but maybe you felt dead or in a void, you know, like maybe it was a long period of time you felt kind of like there's really nothing to, I don't know, not live for, but that would excite you or that would get you going. And yeah, like something to really feel a part of, like a part of a community, or a part of a project, or a part of a, you know, be it your soul family or what you're creating as your sort of thing. So I feel like there is uniting and a coming together here, of something that's making you feel like it's worth living again in some way. Okay. And I do feel it speaks directly to your heart, so you can really, I don't know, like it gets your heart going. Okay, so if this sort of sounds like energy that might be resonating for you, then let's take a look at what Spirit is wanting to communicate with this full moon in Virgo. Trigger fell out. I do feel one more. So we're looking at the energies coming in with this full moon, although this is a timeless reading, which means this message, whenever you hear it, was meant to find you. So just take the next full moon and then, you know, add a lunar cycle kind of to that. And that's the time frame. Although I don't know where you guys are in the timeline. So some of us are further ahead than others, but this is what we're looking at. All right. So we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Spirit, please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. All right. So feeling this one here. Ooh, my goodness. All right. You guys got 3 of these. I'm sliding off the top. Okay, so we have fear and we have trigger. Interesting. Okay. Let's slide these over. We have exposed and revealed with 21, or the number 3. We have 39 with wish upon a star. Look at that. It's beautiful. Number 12, or number 3 reduced. So we got 2 3s here. We have 44 with divine matrix, or the number 8. Okay, and then we have beyond the ordinary with 45. So any one of these numbers could signify something to you. We'll get into a couple more oracles, and then I'll pull the tarot before we get into your intuitive reading. So beyond the ordinary. Okay. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. What is this full moon in Virgo bringing energetically with it? It's a beautiful viewer. Pile 2. You guys are getting a lot of cards. Pile 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, you got Okapi. Okay, and snail. Okapi and snail. And one of these. And then we'll do the tarot. I do feel like moving the snail over here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. And one of these. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. I don't know if I called you pile 3, pile 2. We have tremella mushroom with yin, number 10. Okay, this is the feminine energy. Yin, feminine energy. Okay, let's pull on the tarot. Spirit, clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 2. Can we kindly get a little bit more, taking a look at the energy coming in with this full moon full moon in Virgo for pile number 2. Can we please see some more with this energy? Thank you so much. All right, so we have the 3 of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man. We have 2 gone flying. We have the Seer of Fire. This is the King of Wands. That's this empowerment energy, okay? This represents, if I were to pull any card, Emperor would certainly be one, and the Seer of Fire would definitely be another to represent this empowerment. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Feeling 2 more spirits. We have the 5 of Swords. 1 more. More. Okay, we have the Devil and we have Temperance. Look at this. Oh my goodness. We have the Devil and the Angel. The Devil and the Angel coming out. Okay, this is going to be quite the reading. I do want to read Okapi here because, like I always mention, this oracle pack loves being read out loud. It is loud and proud, and it just wants to be read. So maybe there's a message here that I need to take into consideration here in your reading. Let's find Okapi. It's not alphabetical, so it is someone's brilliant idea. There it is. So it's kind of near the end and it's 5 cards in. So that would be over here somewhere. Okay, here's the Okapi. So the meaning, it says, a fated meeting, event, or situation, the higher meaning behind everything. The Okapi is a unique creature, partially resembling a zebra, but most closely related to the giraffe. That is indigenous exclusively to the northern part of the Democratic Republic, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, of the Congo. In many ways, the existence of the Okapi seems unlikely, and yet an unknowable number of things aligned to make its existence so. The presence of the Okapi in a reading may speak to something that feels much the same and begs the question of fate, whether in a meeting or situation. To draw an Okapi card in a reading, it is a sure sign that something bigger than you is at play. The way things have aligned across time and space to bring you to this moment where everything is falling into place may feel surreal. Moments in our lives where we can see destiny unfolding in front of our eyes are few and far between. There is a deep knowing in our bones that recognizes this pleasant twist of fate, and that same knowing asks us to drink in as much as we can stand, because there is something crucial to be harnessed and learned. Keep in mind that when destiny turns the wheel, it may not always feel pleasant, though it certainly feels big. Sometimes, when everything is aligning to put us on our higher path, it can be extremely difficult. This, too, requires a certain trust in the way that things are unfolding, even if we don't fully understand why. Look to the higher meaning behind this moment. Much is being revealed. So, if you guys haven't listened to the video I posted earlier today, this speaks of that, okay? It certainly speaks of that. And there's an analogy or a metaphor I use in there in regards to the butterfly, and it is, you know, it's a caterpillar, and it has to be a caterpillar until the time is right for it to go into its chrysalis, so it can then transform into a butterfly. But we cannot force it. The caterpillar just enters this when it's due time. It doesn't resist it, so it, you know, it's not going to suffer because it's going along with the divine plan as it unfolds. And then during the chrysalis stage, it literally thinks it's dying because it can no longer sort of stand the confined space in which it's in, and it has to break open and become this beautiful butterfly that it is. So I'm feeling a level here of discomfort coming from this, but definitely divinely guided. Okay, so We might have not have entered this empowerment state yet, but I do feel like there's something that has your heartbeat going again, or that feels it's worth living for, because I feel like you know it intuitively here. Okay, so let me sit with this energy and then I'll get into your reading, okay? I know that was a lot. I'm feeling Aquarius energy and Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and more Sagittarius. And I don't know if I said Aquarius, but, oh, and a bit of Scorpio as well. Okay. Wow, and Divine Matrix here. Yes, certainly beyond the ordinary. Okay. Feminine energy. Okay. Yeah, I feel there is some discomfort here, okay? I feel as though there is something that is calling to you, that you can feel it in your soul, in your heart. It kind of fires you up here. I do feel it is a wish and a desire of yours that you feel is a blessing. But I feel as though for whatever reason, it's been something that has been very, very difficult for you to sort of take action on, or nothing kind of has really aligned in this way. And I don't necessarily know so much if it's been because okay, Spirit's coming through. I feel as though, and maybe you don't see this, okay? So just take what resonates for you. I feel like you have not been able to allow yourself to accept whatever this is into your life. I feel like this might have been something that made you fearful of what this could mean or what this would mean. And so I think there was a lot of fear in trusting what the universe was putting in front of you, or doing whatever you were needing to do here in order to align yourself with this blessing and not resist or go against what the universe has been sort of trying to guide you towards. So I feel like this exposed and revealed, I do feel like you kind of get put in a, or having to put yourself in a position that might feel quite vulnerable, you know, and maybe this is putting you in this and you're thinking you'd rather not be, you know, exposed, vulnerable. You'd rather be sort of in your protective sort of energy, maybe, that you've housed or that you've continued to sort of maintain for whatever reason. But I feel like Spirit is pulling you out of this for a very good reason. Okay, now we don't always understand the ways of the universe, but the Divine Matrix here with this Okapi. And so I feel like maybe this journey has been one that has been ongoing for quite some time here with this snail. Okay, like I feel as though I'm getting, one, you've been pretty protective of your sort of lane, if you will, or your sort of world and how you've been sort of living your life. So the shell was giving me like the universe having a difficult time maybe piercing through your ways of being, you know. And so I feel like maybe for quite some time, this situation has been sort of moving at a snail's pace, or at least your progress has been seemingly quite slow, or just something about it hasn't really clicked. Okay, but I do feel like you're being presented with this sort of feeling like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity with beyond ordinary, at least certainly anything that you've experienced up until now. But it is requiring you to do quite a bit here that I feel it puts you outside of your comfort zone. Okay, now with the yin here being the divine feminine type energy, I feel as though maybe you are used to being in a more masculine type energy here with the seer of fire, okay? And we all have masculine and feminine energy. And with this type of a more dominant energy, we might have a difficult time connecting to the feminine side, which is allowing ourselves to be more exposed or vulnerable, or put ourselves in a state of vulnerability. Okay, to be more receptive is the way of the feminine energy here. And I'm not sure that this is something comfortable for you at all. Okay, and so I do see with the black and the white and the two here and the two of pentacles, like I do see kind of a uncertainty here, okay, or at least not trusting. And I think the not trusting was stemming from you not trusting something from within yourself that I feel you were needing to sort of grab a hold of, which would empower you to be confident in receiving this sort of blessing from the universe that's wanting to come forward. So I am feeling with this Five of Swords, being as there's not a whole bunch of other people here except for this deer looking thing, and there's only one, that the Five of Swords usually could mean sabotage in a way where we're acting where not in our best interest, from a place that, you know, could cause a lot of strife for us and others, because we're wanting to kind of win at all costs. So it creates a win-lose type situation, and then we might look back on it and feel bad, or, but because I'm only seeing one sort of creature here, I'm feeling like this is a self-sabotage. You know, like we're doing something to self here because of a fear. And I feel the fear is in being exposed, or being our true self, or being seen in a certain area of ourselves. So we might have held on to what we always known, or we might have been hanging on to a part of our life here that we gripped as comfort, you know, that shell, you know, that home that we bring along with us. And so as we hang on to it tightly, even though it's stuff that might have needed to be released or transitioned because it's no longer a part of our growth here, because we're growing and we're expanding and we're moving, I feel like there was a lot of triggering in the thought of having to maybe do something different, or having to open up in a way that maybe made you feel uncomfortable. So I feel like there was either a lot of back and forth, or at least a lot of turbulency in a situation here. Okay, so the devil definitely speaks about, you know, it's unhealthy ways of being where we feel bound by something, and this being bound, I do feel like the whatever had you feeling stuck was, you know, a way of being, you know, a way of being that didn't allow you to open up to a blessing. And so I feel like this blessing, I will pull a little bit more to see what it could be, but I feel like it's certainly could be whatever the blessing is for you specifically, because this is a general reading, and I think it's already in your life, but I feel like you have not yet been able to integrate yourself into this blessing, show up in a way that hasn't been in a self-defeating sort of energy because of fear, or maybe fear in claiming whatever this is, so that you could engage. Okay, so this could be anything, like stepping into that career you've always wanted, and sabotaging yourself in a way of staying with the old job and not wanting to put yourself out there. You know, if you're looking at maybe, I don't know, like going on YouTube or being on a social platform and then saying, well, I gotta, you know, make myself kind of reveal who I am, or make myself more exposed if I'm in the public eye, or if this was, you know, having to step into a relationship here, it's like I'd rather just kind of stay to my own sort of way of being. So I feel like you weren't making yourself sort of available here, you know, to be workable because of the devil thoughts, because of the fear. Okay, so we stayed in some sort of sabotage, self-sabotage type energy. And so I do feel it caused a lot of turbulence here. And I do feel as though there might have been I don't know if it was maybe a lack of confidence here, although maybe you didn't see it as such. But I feel like digging into the subconscious and seeing where this fear stemmed from, we might have been missing the confidence, to the self-empowerment to act. Okay, and this comes with this full moon in Virgo, is you have this ability to take charge. You have an ability to actually claim what is yours and feel confident in this. So I am seeing a Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups to me is celebrations, coming together. This could be a reunion. You know, this could be opening that heart space, like opening that door to this, which might have been closed for some time. And I'm seeing the big old crocodile here. So it looks like the old energy is still there. Okay, I don't feel it's gone completely away, whatever your old energy is here. Okay, and like I said, because I read energy, this could certainly be energy around you. But I feel with the devil here and the Five of Swords, I am feeling like you had some sort of like defensive type way about you here. Okay, and we have trigger, and it was stemming from fear. So we were guarding or protecting our world, and maybe we didn't play well with others, or we weren't quite sure how to engage with others, but we weren't sure about ourselves, you know, like if we were capable, or how we presented, or how we could integrate ourselves into that environment. And so I see this crocodile kind of out of the water and engaging with the bird here. Like it's not, you know, lingering in the water, ready to attack it. Its mouth's open, but it looks like it's trying to be a part of society in some way, which I find really cute. So I feel like this is this crocodile being exposed and revealed. Like for whatever it is, it's still the crocodile, but it's still available here to engage with the bird, you know, and the bird's here sitting on its head feeling safe. Even though this is a giant old crocodile, the bird trusts that the crocodile isn't going to, I don't know, like be vicious or attack it in any way. Like there's this understanding of partnership here. Like you could be vicious or defensive or whatever, and the bird here understands this but is still trusting or understanding in some way. So I don't know if maybe there's an opportunity here, you know, a community of people, because this is all about our social network. This is about, you know, like I said, celebrating our coming together, having a reconciliation with good friends, good times. We see the fish here, which is all about abundance, but sometimes what I get with the fish too could be where we're needing some sort of direction here, you know, because the fish kind of swim around and sometimes it doesn't seem like they have a sense of direction. And in this case, this fish is kind of looking up at this crocodile like it knows its direction. It's empowered now. It like knows, like I gotta be the crocodile that's confident with this King of Wands here, you know, like regardless of my form, and still kind of do it anyway, like exposed and revealed. And it's interesting, we have these eyes here. Okay, the eye represents the third eye, the intuition. Here we have the all-seeing eye here as well. Like I feel as though you're seeing something here differently, you know, about yourself. And you're now in an energy here of getting empowered to allow yourself to step outside of maybe this fear that had you kind of hanging on to some devil energy, you know, some way of being that it wasn't cooperative or just kept sort of sabotaging your blessing. And I do feel it is a wish of yours that I feel you've been hanging on to. I do feel you hanging on to this wish. But I feel like you've been very still. I feel like you haven't been able to act on it or claim it as your own, like I said. And I think anytime you might have tried to grasp what you were needing to grasp here, I do sense you felt quite triggered, you know, because there's discomfort in engaging in a different type of energy, especially, you know, maybe being in the yin energy, being more receptive might be an area of discomfort for you. So I am going to pull here, you know, what could this blessing be if we could just get a little bit more? I'm going to leave these cards and I'm going to ask Spirit, can we just get a sneaky peek as to pile number 2's blessing? Like, what is this about? Is there anything more pile 2 can know about this? Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Thank you so, so much. Like, it definitely gets your heart going there with that stethoscope, okay? Because I feel like, I don't know, it's like I keep hearing like you're almost dead. So I don't know, like, were you, whatever has kind of brought you back to life here, and if it hasn't happened yet, it is certainly going to happen. I do feel one more. Wow, okay. 2 more, Spirit, okay. So we have the 10 of Wands, and this came out for pile 1, so I had to kind of just check to make sure this was the 10 of Wands, which it was, because I was getting heavy Hangman and Wheel of Fortune with this card, okay, because we have the Hanging Bat, and then, of course, 10 of Wands, so we'll read that shortly. We have the Strength card, okay, but it has 2 swords here in this Strength card. Strength, okay. And we have the, I think this is the, I forget the name of it, but it is where we come into our authentic self. Like, we see ourselves as part of the universe. Like, we're one. I think it's, let's see, I'll tell you exactly what it's called because the book is right here. It's like Source. The sacred cosmic self. Well, it's really short, so I might as well read it to you guys. When darkness holds the space for light and light rejoices in darkness, it is time for you to make your way home. It is time to return to the inner sweetness of your child self. Open your heart to the wisdom and the divine magic that you are connected to something that is beyond, but that is also within. Surrender any pain or shame or doubt, for these are simply illusions, the devil. Lift your face to the stars and remember that you are the invocation, you are a blessing, you are the sacred light. Rejoice. I am the blessing, I am the sacred light. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. And we have 8 of Wands. Beautiful. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. And I'm reading them all in the upright. We have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Okay. Beautiful energy here. So what am I seeing? I am seeing here with the bat, okay? The bat has a difficult time seeing because it's pretty much the same blind as a bat. So I feel like we weren't able to really see something about ourselves very clearly. We might have had a misconception of how we saw ourselves. So I do feel, like I said, the Hangman energy with this card, which to me is having to see things from a different perspective in order to gain a better understanding. You know, and maybe we knew inside, like I said, there was a knowing because bats have sonar and they kind of know, but they don't see it. So maybe there was, you know, destiny at play here. So we had a knowing, but because we didn't see it, we weren't able to follow the destined wheel, you know, the wheel of fortune, like the universe allowing us to flow in the direction in which it wants us to. I feel there's a lot of heaviness with this. Okay, 10 of Wands talks about a burden, feeling very heavy and having to release what's better served released because it's weighing us down and we cling on to it and it becomes so heavy we can't carry it no more. So I feel like this has taken a lot of courage. Okay, with the Strength card, this is all about us having to look within, take a look at any of our fears, but it's also a movement card because it's like, do I want to be held back? You know, or do I want to be able to allow myself to move forward? And if I move forward, like, am I in a confident energy here to do so and know how to, you know, be held back if I need to, but also be able to move forward without letting my fears sort of control me. And the fact that we're seeing the 2 swords, I know that there was, like I said, this 2 of Pentacles, and even this is the actual Hangman coming out here, okay? But I'm seeing the 2. It was like an indecisiveness or a back and forth or not knowing we might have felt something, but we didn't see it. So therefore we weren't sure, you know, or maybe the universe was pulling us in one way, but it would require us to do a whole bunch of things that made us uncomfortable. So I feel like the Two Swords kept us kind of not doing anything, you know? And so I feel like we finally get into this energy of oneness, really, like looking at what the universe is putting in front of us and connecting to it on a heart level. Like, look at his heart is glowing. That's this what was I going to call it? A stethoscope. Is that what it is? Why does it sound weird now? Stethoscope. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's a stethoscope. I don't know. The thing that listens to the heart with the doctor, okay? Like, the heart is being pulled. The heart is being pulled, and I feel like this is the destined path that you're really connecting on a heart level, okay? Whether you could see it or not, I think there was always a knowing, and now we're being pulled to it. Okay, and with this Eight of Wands, this is quick moving energy. You know, Eight of Wands is a breakthrough. So we're having a breakthrough in an area that might have been very slow, might have been very stuck. And I am feeling, because Eight of Wands is communication, and I'm seeing this Three of Cups, I do feel like there could be, for those of you guys maybe, where you're in a situation that might have been very stuck or hasn't been connected for some time. I feel like there might be communication getting something off the ground again, like, I don't know, maybe if you had like a published deal or a book you were kind of working on, or a project that you were kind of half in, half out, or you weren't completely sold on, and it was moving slow, and then it kind of petered out. Like, I feel like there's movement again. Like, maybe there's communication about, I don't know, from a publisher about getting it going, or whatever you were working on, or whatever individuals involved here. You know, you might speak to a friend that says, hey, like, were you still interested in that job you applied for like last year, you know, or whatever, it's hiring again, or I don't know. There's something here about it flowing, you know, and it allowing you to sort of make a decision here to have the confidence to make a movement here. Okay, so with this Queen of Cups, this is beautiful energy. This is the most compassionate, loving card I could pull from the tarot, you know, which, I mean, ties into Empress energy, because the Empress is also one of the most compassionate cards, but the Empress has all the queens, and the part of compassion that she pulls, which is unconditional love, comes from this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups is the most loving queen, you know, and she is creative and intuitive and caring and full of emotions. And this is this yin energy, you know, which is very receptive and just totally welcoming in this feminine energy. It is the epitome of feminine energy here. Okay, so I feel like there was something here about finding stability through unconditional love, or ultimate love of creativity, or connecting with the source of love here, you know, that provides you some stability, some security. Ten of Pentacles is all about our long-term vision of stability, what we commit ourselves to for the long term. And look at this buffalo, very solid. Okay, so I feel like there's a very solid energy here that I'm picking up. So what is the blessing? I feel the blessing is you're able to connect to this heart space within yourself. You're able to face the courage here. You're able to make a decision that maybe was difficult for you to do. And I think this liberates you. It has a breakthrough here, you know. And I am seeing the squirrel. And squirrels, you know, they're very much fastidious. Like, they're always kind of gathering things, and it goes very good with this Ten of Pentacles, because they're always planning for like the long term, although they're having fun, you know, like they're having fun at the same time. They play with each other, but they're always kind of gathering their nuts, and they move quickly. Like, it's a different energy from snail. So I feel like whatever this is, I feel is going to be very fun for you, playful. And because we were talking about inner child here, like, I think it's, and we're seeing a child here. Yeah. So I'm getting inner child from all three of these. I feel like something speaks to your inner child that gets your heart going. And maybe we had to really sit with a part of our inner child that was silenced, or that was not exposed, that was shoved down, that we weren't comfortable sitting in, you know. And once we tap into this and give ourselves the permission to break free and feel confident in our decisions and actually see it maybe for the first time. I feel like you're able to have fun, you know, you're able to have fun, you're able to have a breakthrough. And I think this is a long term plan of something that's going to stand the test of time. Whatever this is, whatever this blessing is, you know, if it's a job, it's like your ultimate career where I think you'll retire, hang your hat. If this is a relationship, then I feel like this is the person you're going to build your lifetime with. You know, if this is a book, then you're going to be known for this book, and it's going to provide you with the material abundance, financial wealth here that's going to sustain your future. Like whatever this thing is, I feel it's from a place of love that you couldn't maybe in the past tap into as deeply because we were in a different energy. So yes, this is what the full moon brings for you guys. This was a very long reading compared to one, but I feel like this is the message being delivered here, and I'm so glad that you guys are experiencing this. Let me know in the comments if this resonates for you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful, beautiful pile 3. I cannot wait to see what this message is about. That's my cat scratching, so clearly my cat's excited as well. We have number 33, or the number 6, with miracle, okay? And then it says the frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. So I'm going to let the cat in, and I will be right back. Of course, the minute I open the door, he goes and he runs away. So it is when the cat scratches, usually there's something quite significant in the energy that I'm reading, because he always comes at the most interesting time. So miracle, can't wait to see what this is. We have the 2 hearts. So what I'd like to say is, for one, if you're going to resonate with this energy that I'm about to sort of pick up from this, then chances are this is your reading. But I do ask that you use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear throughout this reading, to confirm to you indeed this is your message. Only you can do that. I cannot do that for you. And we're looking at the full moon coming in with tomorrow's energy, okay, because we have the full moon in Virgo. Although this is a timeless reading, so if you're looking outside of the posting time, then whenever the next full moon is for you, this will be the message resonating. And the timeline is approximately 1 lunar month, okay? So give or take, because we're all on different sort of timelines here, but the frequency of energy I'm pulling on. So what I'm really picking up here, to be honest, is a connection, okay? Like a connection with someone else. And if we're not looking for a connection with someone else, then it's really connecting to something that is speaking to our heart. Like finding, it's my cat, finding that dream thing that just, you know, is our other half. Like it's that dream that gets fulfilled that we never thought possible, you know, that kind of completes us. But I do feel partnership with these 2 hearts, and the fact that we have the number 6 coming through. And for me, the 6 is the lovers in the tarot, which could represent, you know, a union of 2 people, but it's also could be, you know, having that career we always wanted, or that publishing deal we always wanted, or finally like being in the path that we were destined to go down and connect with that heart space that we might have not had the opportunity to do had things gone different. So I do feel it is a miracle that's unfolding here, which is absolutely beautiful. Okay. I don't know if I read this, but it says the frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. So I see here that we have the 2 hearts shaped as apples. One of them is, you know, empty, and the other one is full. So I don't know what this is representing here. Maybe it's been, you know, you feeling kind of empty without this sort of energy in your life, you know, knowing that there's something that would fulfill you, and maybe feeling a longing for it, or thinking, oh, it would just be a miracle if this would ever kind of work out in that way. So I do feel like there's something here about you feeling empty, because whatever this is kind of seemed very distant. It might have seemed as though it was something that would never happen or unfold. It could be something that you just completely gave up on at some point in time here, okay? If that resonates for you, let's pull the oracles and then the tarot, and we're going to be looking at the energy coming in with the full moon tomorrow. So spirits, clear and concise message for beautiful pile 3. What is this full moon bringing with it energetically for pile number 3? What is this energy of the full moon bringing for pile 3? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Please protect me. Look at you guys, love. Oh my goodness. And look at this heart has holes in it. And when I pull this card, I know I haven't had this deck for too long, but every time I kind of pull it, I always say, look how fucked up this love card is. The heart has holes in it. Like it feels like, you know, like a heart that's been through battle, you know, that's been challenged. That might have felt empty at some point because it had holes in it. And we have the little hatch marks on the leg, which is like a length of time that maybe something, you know, we had to endure for some time, like the hatch marks we make when we're in a prison cell, you know, and you keep track of time or just a length of time, something's taking time, but we have the holes in the heart and love. Okay, so I do feel one more of these. So spirit, clear and concise message for beautiful pile 3, the energy with this full moon. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, I felt the lovers. Now we see love. Like I said, for a lot of you guys, it could be a partnership here, okay? Like a lover, an intimate partner. But like I said, just it could speak to your heart. You know, if we were working on a project for quite some time and it just couldn't happen, you know, or a business, or we had a vision of what we were investing in and then it just kind of couldn't happen and it left us feeling empty or broken or just disappointed, and we just kind of gave up in some way on this, right? Like it spoke to our heart and we seen it, we felt it, we wanted it so bad, and only a miracle would kind of save this. Okay, and we have harvest, beautiful, abundance. I'm getting Empress energy from this. Empress is Taurus energy. I'm getting Gemini from this. I'm also getting a lot of autumn energy from here, like October. So I don't know if October is significant for you guys. November as well with the pomegranates and the Thanksgiving for both Canada and US, October and November coming through. Spirit, clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. We have the Devil getting Capricorn energy and then the Tiger. Okay. Spirits, clear and concise message for pile 3. What is this full moon bringing energetically with it for pile 3? We have seeing beyond 36 or the number 9. 9 is Hermit energy, which is all about introspection, the Hermit's journey. It is Virgo energy. Seeing beyond. Okay, so that's intuition. Seeing a lot of stars, which is giving me Aquarius energy as well. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. What is this full moon energy bringing with it? We have bamboo mushroom with fertility. Yes, Empress energy I was feeling, which is all about fertility. 24 or the number 6 coming out again. So like I said, 6 was the lovers. 6 is about balance, and the 6th house, is about health and fitness. But what I'm feeling is a sense of usefulness here, okay? Because this is like the service we give, sense of usefulness with the 6th house. So let us pull the tarot now. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Pile 3. What is this energy coming in with this full moon in Virgo? Clear and concise message, please. Can we kindly get a little bit more here? What is this message for pile 3? We're reading them all in the upright. We have the Temperance energy. Aquarius coming through again. I'm feeling this one here. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Scout of Air. So this is the Knight of Swords. And we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, 2 more, Spirit. We got 2 more cards. Thank you so much for this message. We have the Seer of Fire. This is the King of Wands. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And 1 more. So lots of Sagittarius coming through. And we have the World. Is this the World? No, this is Judgment. We have Judgment coming out. Sorry. I am tempted to just pull 1 more. Okay, Judgment. So up here, Judgment here. 1 more. 1 more. Here we have the Hermit. Yes, I was feeling Hermit energy from Seeing Beyond. Virgo energy. Okay. Just let me sit here with this energy and get acquainted, and I will get right into your reading in a little bit. Okay, so pile number 3. I think this is a miracle for you, because I think this is something that you might have completely just given up at some point in time. Like, I feel like you've put in a lot of effort, a lot of time, invested a lot of your energy in something here at some point in time. Okay, could have been last October. I don't know, maybe something you were working on since last October. I don't know, that keeps coming through for me, or November. And I feel like it wasn't the right time, or there was something about it that didn't pan out here with this Devil, okay? And I don't think it had to do with you. Like, I don't think that you were held back. I think you were available, but I think whatever the circumstances here was happening it wasn't allowing for something to manifest in the way that you were wanting, or that you were putting forward your energy towards, whatever this love thing is, okay? You were writing a book, you were putting your mixtape together, you were, trying to create a family, you were trying to get with a partner, you were trying to, I don't know, whatever the thing you were trying to build. And so I feel like no matter what was happening, I feel like circumstances were stuck. Okay, and I feel like you persisted here in continuously sort of moving forward here with an understanding that if something was supposed to happen here in this, that it would kind of unfold as it unfolds here, okay? But I feel like you always carried this with all these stars, like this vision of something in the future that you just intuitively knew was going to happen. Like, you just intuitively knew, you saw it, you felt it, and so there was kind of a conflict in knowing and seeing something, but in the practical world, like, it's not taking shape or form here, okay? And I do feel like this is something that you've seen as full abundance for yourself, something with the fertility that you could create great abundance with here, okay? Like, you could be a part of building something beautiful here. So I feel like what the universe is showing here is the universe is aligning here with this temperance. Okay, now is the time. And I feel like now is the time energetically with this full moon in Virgo that things are aligning in a way that will allow for the right sort of energy to flow for something to happen. Okay, but I feel like you are kind of on guard a little bit, okay? Because I don't know if maybe you got your hopes up at some point, but I feel like you've worked very what's the word? It was difficult for, oh my goodness, my cat freaked me out. It was difficult for you to surrender, accept the fact here that whatever it was that you were trying to create didn't take. So it might have put you in a state here for some time that was challenging for you to break out of, okay, with the devil. So you might have, I don't know, you might have gone through depression, or you might have just felt like whatever it was a very low point in time. So I feel like you've been able to move forward. So I feel like there's a defensive energy here coming from you, because I feel like you've risen above whatever this is, or you're doing something else here, okay? That might be, I don't know, might be suitable for you at this point in time. But I feel like whatever this is coming in fast and furious here, okay? Like, you're going to get communication. You're going to, I don't know, like, have the universe sort of just drop in your lap something you're going to have to deal with right away. And I just heard like drop a fire in your lap. So I feel like normally the wands, the 8 of wands, are all kind of moving forward, you know, quick moving energy forward. I feel like it's like hot potato. Like, I feel like a fire bomb is going to land in your lap here in regards to what this is, and the universe saying you have to act, or it's time for you to do something here, because it's in your lap. It's yours for the taking. Okay. And so I feel like what Spirit is showing is you can make this happen here with this, you know, this King of Wands, because the King of Wands makes things happen. He's more than capable. He's confident. He's doesn't need a whole lot of planning. To make something work, because he's able to kind of finagle his way through any situation that doesn't require planning in order to be successful. Although he does have, you know, a plan, because he's not like the Knight of Wands that kind of just fizzles out. Like this King of Wands won't fizzle out. Like, he's dedicated and won't stop till he wins. So I feel like there's an energy here that you can encompass, okay? And the hot potato, or this blessing of something that I feel, or this miracle of something, falls in your lap. And the Spirit is showing here, you are sitting at this point of judgment here, because I think what's going to flash before you is everything that you've experienced in the past and everything that's happening now, and it's your choice. So Spirit is saying, have you reflected enough here? Do you understand yourself enough? Are you capable of accepting parts of yourself here that you might have had to sit with, understand, in order to be wise enough to sit through the judgment and make the right call here? Because I think you are being presented with a miracle that is up to you, whether you want to birth something more with this, or if you want to put it out, okay? I know that's an interesting sort of message here, but I feel like whatever you experienced the first time here has made you really grow as an individual. You know, you really learned a lot about yourself, and maybe you had expectations here that you told yourself, like, this is kind of where, you know, what I expect for myself here. So to have something kind of fall in your lap like a fire, it's kind of like needing to, you know, act kind of quick on an opportunity here. But if we act quick, you know, is this coming from kind of a spontaneous place, or are we experienced enough because of what we've experienced here and gone through judgment that now we can engage in a way that, you know, is someone who is confident, is someone who can make the right moves in order to accomplish whatever this opportunity is? Because I feel like you're now, you know, you're elevated above whatever sort of fires in the past might have had you stuck, or whatever obstacles were kind of keeping this from moving, you know, whatever's keeping you kind of challenged. I feel like you're no longer in that level of conflict, and it took you a while to get there. So I don't feel like you want to just kind of fall into the same pit holes, right? But that's why we go through judgment, is now we see it kind of differently. So I do want to see here a little bit more here, Spirit. What is this message? Like, what is pile 3 supposed to take away from this then? Can we get a little bit more in regards to this miracle? any questions they might still have in regards to what this could be. I mean, this is obviously a dream that you envisioned that I don't feel panned out here. It's like, but what is this, Spirit? Can we get a little bit more insight as to what this message is about? We have the Lovers coming out, you guys. Yeah, you're going to have a decision to make here, okay? And with the Lovers, like I said, it could be a relationship. Like, you have to choose here, you know, and maybe you're hearing from someone who might have parted ways a long time ago and is communicating, and it's like a fire in your lap saying, you know, do you want to take this chance here? It could certainly be, you know, your employer that you've been trying to get in for quite some time. I don't know, maybe you've been applying at Google forever, you know, and you finally get your dream job somewhere else, and then Google calls you, you know, a year later saying, hey, like, there's a spot available, and you're already sort of committed to something else. Like, the decision is yours here. This is kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, can we get a little bit more then for Gemini energy coming through for pile 3? What is this? What is this about? My goodness. Magician, you guys manifested this. Like, is this something you were trying to manifest? And I feel as though no matter how hard you manifested, no matter what you were trying to do, the devil got in the way of this, okay? And I think the devil got in the way, as the devil probably should have here, in order for you to go through some sort of lesson in judgment. So I don't know, maybe some of you guys closed this chapter, you know, but I feel like you manifested this, and it's finally in a state here of fertility, like ready to be birthed in some way. So I'm going to pull one more. Like, you guys, if you're sticking around here, you should know what this is about. And the fact that we see the 8 of Wands is like quick communication coming in, you know, and the Knight of Swords is the quickest moving knight in the tarot. So this is quick energy. Okay, even the King of Wands is quick on his feet. And I do feel, yeah, you're in some defensive sort of position here, and I don't blame you, because I think you had to dance with the devil at some point in time, you know. But I feel a lot of abundance with this basket of harvest. I think, yeah, your manifestation is coming into harvest, okay? So we have the 9 of Cups. Look, emotional fulfillment. This is your dream come true. This is the miracle. This is your wish come true with the 9 of Cups, okay? Getting your wish, emotionally satisfied here. Big old hippopotamus. 9 of Cups. Beautiful. And, oh my goodness, you guys have the Sun? The Sun is the most powerful card in the tarot. When I pull it, it is the most joyous, and it heightens any of the positive cards, and it kind of diminishes any of the negative energy. So, I mean, the devil would be something that's fairly negative here. So, this is a true miracle blessing from God. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, you know, like how this all kind of happens here, you know, like the Lovers, the Sun. Like, this is beautiful energy. And like I always say here, like, I'm not delivering any false hope here. Like, this is what your message is showing. Oh my gosh, you guys, the Emperor. For some of you guys, you're getting somebody here who is a divine masculine coming in very, very quickly, okay? And you're having to make a decision here, and it's up to you. This could be, you know, your other half, and maybe it's been empty for quite some time here. But for those of you guys, Emperor could be, you know, someone who's very savvy in business and bringing order. So if you were, you know, wanting that CEO position or whatever it is, like, this is CEO, you know, this is like someone large and in charge, being empowered to act and now being able to do, you know. So we have Aries, Leo, and Gemini, Virgo. Okay, and then, like I said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and some more Sag, okay, and some more Aquarius that I was feeling, and Capricorn, and Leo, or sorry, Gemini here. So, and more Gemini here. So, yes, this is beautiful. This is coming in with the full moon, okay? Like, something that absolutely makes you happy here, like the Sun. Like, joy. And the sun is about fertility, you know, the sun is source, and the sun is divine masculine energy. So the emperor and the sun are both talking about masculine energy, being empowered, something moving, something being born, you know, because you manifested this. You completely manifested this. And I feel like this is complete emotional fulfillment for you, because it's your 9 of Cups. But I do feel with the 2 here, it's 2 people coming together, or you and this beautiful, like, meant to be partnership that can finally be, you know, harmonized in some way. So this is what I see, you guys, pile 3. This is quite the message for you. Yeah, if this resonates, then you guys are blessed, and I wish you guys the very, very best. Let me know, okay? I will talk to you soon. Bye.